Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mike here. Hope you're having a great day or night. Today's video, guys, I'm going to show you some items that recently sold on eBay, kind of what I picked them up for, where I picked them up at, what they sold for, all that good stuff in terms of just helping you out with your business. Maybe you can find some items that I might show that maybe you don't know about. Maybe you do know about them, but anyways, it's always fun to share some items that sold. You know, that's how we do make money as resellers, as we buy items. And then we basically, we buy them at a certain price point, we list them on the old eBays, the Etsy's, the Amazons, wherever else you're listing it at, and selling it for a profit. Want to make a clarification. I've been noticing lately on my channel here on YouTube that a lot of people are saying, hey, where's your eBay store? Like, why don't you sell on eBay anymore? And I'm kind of lost at why that's going on. So I do sell on eBay. I sell under a couple of other accounts, but the one main account that I mentioned months ago, I think it was back in May, about closing that particular account down, which was an account that I had with under my wholesale program that I got rid of. But I do still sell on eBay. Yeah, I sell on eBay. I do Amazon Merchant, FBA, Etsy, my own website, and I sell locally. So it's a whole bunch of all of this that comes together that's going to pay the bills and put the food on the table, that's for sure. So with that being said, still selling on eBay. Let's jump into the video and let's see what we do today. Okay, let's start with the first item here on eBay. This item came out of a storage unit that I picked up some months ago, and it was that one unit. It was just a bunch of trash and junk, and there were some jerseys in a bag, and might have quarter in this Kansas City Chiefs NFL Priest Holmes number 31 football jersey, size 3XL. This ended up selling for $38.50 plus $6.70 shipping for a grand total of $45.20 shipped. I picked these up at a thrift shop, I believe for about $6.99 or $7.99. I'd have to look at my records, but sold really, really quick. This is a men's Ariat Rambler Earth Brown Leather Western Cowboy boots, size 8D. And I always like to put the price of what these things retail for, so I put, you know, $159 in the title. Didn't take long for these to sell. It took less than 30 days, and I got $43.37 shipped for it. $2 thrift store find. This is a Tupac Machiavelli wrap hip hop 90s gray embroidered vintage polo golf shirt. The brand on this is Machiavelli. It wasn't missing the tag there though, but this stuff is desirable, and it seems like it's been going up the past couple of years in terms of price. Again, this is just something I think people might overlook when they're looking through some polo shirts at the old thrift store, focusing on Ralph Lauren when you can find something like this. This is a nice flip, $48 plus $5.15 shipping for a grand total of $53.15 shipped. Here's another thrift store find, paid $4.99 I believe, maybe $5.99 for this. Vintage Coleman 3500 BTU green camping heater, brand new in the box. I took the item out of the box just to show some pictures of it because it was minty fresh. This sold for really good money, guys. I got $94.95 shipped for this, so keep your eye out there for some of that vintage Coleman stuff that bring excellent money, especially when it's new. I've had this for a while. I paid $2 for it at a thrift shop in Tucson, and it's set on eBay forever. Not sure if it was just because it didn't have the original shoulder strap. I did put an aftermarket one, or just something that came off another bag that came off a storage unit, which was discolored. It was black compared to this navy, but this one here didn't bring as much as I thought it would bring, but it did sell. It's a Tommy Hilfiger vintage 90s spell-out oversized navy nylon duffel gym travel bag, and I got $34.97 shipped for it. Picked this up at that garage sale where I got all those DVDs, that big monstrous haul of brand new sealed DVDs and some high-end stuff. Maybe have a nickel to 10 cents in this Forbidden Planet DVD 2006 2-disc set. Was complete. Sat it out there for a while. I had to run a sale to get it sold and out the door, but I finally got $31.47 shipped for it. I picked this up at a garage sale. It was a big bag. Actually, there was 2 bags of military gear. Might have 10 cents or a quarter in this U.S. Military Army Generation 3 zipped-up Polartec cold weather green fleece jacket, size medium. Sold within an hour for $18.95 shipped. Paid $3 for this at the thrift shop. It's Nike Dry Fit USC Trojans men's golf polo shirt, size 2XL. And this sold here within about 3 weeks for $21.95 shipped. This came out of a storage unit. I might literally have a penny in this. This was that big unit I picked up some time ago. It had a bunch of tooling and a lot of other cool stuff that was in there. And I noticed these, and I was like, these got to be worth something. These are Pipe Trades Journey workers and apprentices drawing plans and readings. This one took about 2-3 weeks to sell. Sold for $13.77 shipping, plus Wait a minute, no, $13.70 plus $3.68 shipping for a grand total of $17.45 out the door. So if you've been watching the channel here for a while, you might remember these. Picked these up at an antique store, and I was starting to dabble in looking at antiques out here just as another source to pick up items. And this was just tragic. Tragic. Couldn't get rid of these things to save my life. I took a little bit of a loss on it, to be honest with you. They sat on eBay for a year and a half, maybe even 2 years since I made that video. Anchor Hocking Fire King vintage salt and pepper shakers, range red. Just junk, you know. I mean, I thought that these things might bring a little bit more money. Obviously, my eye was off with it, and I really need to stick to things that I know about more. Even though I do have some guides and stuff that teach me how to look for certain salt and pepper shakers, but I think a lot of the antiques in terms of this stuff, just the younger generation of people, especially that have money, aren't buying this stuff, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I was just happy they were gone, you know, and probably not going to go down that road of, actively looking at antique stores to buy items, but got $21.36 shipped for this. Had a nickel in this Girls School Play Dirty 1983 vinyl LP record, and this sat for about 4 months, but it's a little good money for it, a little bit here. $11.01 plus $3.62 shipping for a grand total of $14.63 shipped. Here's a nice find at the thrift store. I paid $3 for this MGM movie collection, 10 Kids Movies. Snow White, Red Riding Hood. It was brand new and sealed. Love that sealed media. Every time you see it out there, just take a little ganders. This sold within 2 weeks for $55.17 shipped. Here's another thrift find. I paid $3.99 for these Florsheim men's Montanetto wingtop walnut leather men's Oxford lace shoes, size 13D. And these sold for $34.47 shipped. Here's a nice little flip here. Paid $2.99 for this at the thrift store. It was a Jumbo. It was a big one, man. The Puzz 3D Venice, Italy, 1580 puzzle complete with box. And this one sold for $79.95 shipped. Got to start looking at that board game puzzle money, man. There's some good stuff in there, especially this time of year, around the fourth quarter time they sell. But if they're desirable, they'll sell no matter what. This one did go overseas, and buyer got it, and she was just thrilled. So win-win for everybody. Nice little find. This never made it into a video, but a gentleman that watches me here on YouTube, we worked out a deal where I bought out some of his stuff while he was moving to another city, another state, and it was a bunch of stuff. It did pretty well with the stuff, but there were some ducks, these wooden ducks that were in a shed in the backyard. I didn't even know they were there until I came home, and I'm like, what's in this box? And I saw them, and I'm like, oh, these look like they're fairly well made and desirable, no doubt. North American Duck Collection, signed 1985, Bob Berry, 9-inch wooden duck decoy. This sold for $40 plus $34.62 shipping for a total of $74.62 out the door. Used FedEx Smart Post on this and only paid $13.71, so made a little money on that shipping, that's for sure. So yeah, this was a nice little find. Here's a thrift store find. Paid $1.99 for this, and I love selling DVDs that are new and sealed. They're easy to list, they're easy to ship, and they sell if they're desirable, no doubt. Chaser's DVD from 2000 with Dennis Hopper and Tom Berenger ended up selling for $14.93 shipped. This was part of a Facebook or OfferUp deal, I forgot which one. Picked up some video game stuff and bundled it all together. I might have had $1 in this Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise Xbox 360. Tested and works. Sold within a couple hours on the old eBay for $16.95 shipped. I paid $2.99 for this at a thrift store, and it was bundled together with this camera. It had a bunch of lenses. Decided just to kind of sell it as is here with the one camera body with the one lens on it. Fully tested and working, and this is just a prime example of you can design, you can get more money if you do a couple things right here. And this is what I think I did right with this item. One is the picture quality is great, right? I did test this item, and I did mention that in the title, and I left it in the description as well, and just spelled it all out. Took nice photographs, because people were selling a setup that was very similar to this for $15 to $20 shipped. I was like, I'm not selling it like that. I know there's somebody out there that wants to dive back into this 35 millimeter or 35 film SLR camera stuff, you know, and they did. Minolta Maxim SPXI 35 SLR camera with flash tested, and I got $32.61 plus $14.50 shipping for a grand total of $47.11 shipped. I've had this for a while as well. Ended up selling it on promoted listings. I had $2 into this Marshall Field soft blue cashmere quarter zip pullover sweater size extra large. This thing was nice, you know, and I know Marshall Fields is gone. I figured somebody would want this, and somebody did. I was originally had it out there for $50, but just no biters on it. Ended up going to a doctor overseas who's got good taste. Sold for $16.97 plus $7.25 shipping for a total of $24.22 shipped. Picked this up at a thrift store for $1.99, and I had multiples of these. I think I had like 6 size small Tommy Bahamas, and all of them went to the same gentleman out in California, so it was nice. Tommy Bahama men's solid orange floral Hawaiian vacation 100% silk shirt, and this was part of a multiple order, but individually sold for $16.30 plus $6 shipping, so a total of $22.30 for one little Tommy Bahama shirt. I'll take it. Besides DVDs and video games, CDs are really easy to sell too if there were some money. This didn't bring all the dollars, but this came out with a storage unit, and believe it or not, with storage units, if you come across some units and there's a lot of media in there, you can make your money back on these units depending on what you paid for it, just off the media. So I'm always looking at that stuff when I'm buying units, just gravy on top of everything else. This was a Billboard Top Rock and Roll Hits from 1967 CD, and it sold within a week for $8.95 shipped. This also came out with a storage unit, and when I looked at it, I had no idea what it was, but thank God it had some numbers on it so I could do some research, because I wasn't sure what it was. And didn't bring a lot of money, but it sold via promoted listings. It was a PK Nooses, maybe, I don't know, and 2060 cable ring cutter stripper tool. Ended up selling for $10.17 shipped. This came out of a thrift store here. I believe I paid $6.99 for this. And it had a lot of watchers here, but just no takers. It took 45 days to sell, and I was asking, I think, $89 for it. Ritchie WCS Peloton road bike bicycle red pedals clipless with box. Okay, it's money to me, right? And it sold for $54 with free shipping. It's funny with these here. Sometimes these bring a little bit more money than some of the systems. It's crazy, but people always need controllers. There's no doubt about it, and on a lot of the platforms, they do sell for really good money, and they sell quick. This came out of a Facebook or OfferUp local buy that are bundled together with a bunch of stuff. Maybe it had $4 in it. It's a Microsoft Xbox 360 genuine OEM gray silver wireless controller, tested and works. Sold for $22.95 shipped. I paid $25 for this at a garage sale. It's a Wrangler men's cowboy cut USA button front extra long tails western shirt size large. This took a while to sell, about 2 months, but it did pop finally. Sold for $19.95 shipped. And the last item here is a really nice find. You know, I got a nickel in most of these records, guys, sometimes a quarter, and I've been on a roll lately with just selling vinyl. I've sold some to some pretty crazy places, some pretty top dollar for some of them, which I'll make in another video, but this one went to a rather large record store here, and they saw the value in this Arthur Dreams and Images promo vinyl LP record. I did have it out there for $100, but I did take a best offer of $60 plus $3.62 shipping for a grand total of $63.62 shipped. So thanks for watching today's video. I appreciate you coming to the end of the video here to hear me rant and talk and to close it out. The best thing in here to do is just keep listing, guys. Keep finding these items, keep listing these items. It's how you're gonna make money, you know. Sitting around watching YouTube for countless hours isn't getting anything done, you know. Same with Facebook. A lot of these, there's so many distractions out there, and right now is the time. I mean, I mentioned in the previous video about some video games. I sold more of those just because they were listed. That's why, you know. So, you know, now's the time to start seeing where you start listing these items, get active, put in the time and put in the grind, and you're gonna make that money. So I appreciate you watching today's video. Go out there, be great. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace. Vlog